Hey, I'm Sade, and today I'm going to show you how to install your lace frontal unit. So the first thing you're going to do is get some alcohol. I have 99% alcohol. You want to use alcohol to remove any type of oil or makeup residue that the person might have on their forehead, because when you install your unit, it's not going to stick if it's any type of product around the person's hairline. So you want to make sure that you clean the person's hairline really good and that their hair is free of oils in the front so that your lace unit can stick. You removed all the oils or makeup off the person's hairline. You're going to take some got to be gel and gel back the person's edges to make sure that they are super duper flat, so that when you put your lace front on, it's going to lay nice and flat. Make sure you have it on cool so it doesn't melt the gel. Okay, so after you gel back your client's edges, I'm going to take a nude stocking cap and put this on because her braids are blonde, so it's showing blonde, like really yellow through the lace front wig. So I'm going to put this on, but I'm going to glue it on. So for this unit, she wants this to last. We're going to use some Ghost Bond glue. Usually I do like the glueless method, but since it's so hot down here and she wants it to last, we're going to use lace glue. I'm going to put a little bit of that around her hairline to glue down this nude cap. So it's almost like when you have a silk base closure, how it looks like a scalp. This is what this is going to look like. It's going to look like a scalp. So once you got that glue down on your client's head, you're going to cut off the this part of the cap. So after you put your new cap on and got it glued on, I'm going to take some foundation, the color of her skin, and I'm going to dab it on the cap because this cap is still a little bit too light. So you don't want it to show like white on the underneath the frontal. So I'm just going to dab some foundation on. If you have powder foundation, that's even better. But I didn't have any powder, so I'm just going to dab this this liquid. Okay, so after you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and put her unit on. I'm going to use a razor blade to trim the lace off, just because I like how a razor blade make it look kind of jagged and not straight across, like that little Count Dracula look. So I always use a razor blade to trim the lace off. So I don't like how this new cap is looking kind of like peely. So I'm just gonna take some of this gotta be gel and just kind of like lay this down so that it looks smooth. So like I said before, I'm going to use Ghost Bond glue. It's a good glue. It holds for about 2 weeks and it goes on white, but it dries up clear and matte, so it doesn't look really shiny. I'm going to use this to glue down her lace front. And you're going to follow the instructions. The instructions say put 3 layers on, so that's what we're going to do. And remember to use a cool setting on your dryer. I'm going to start on the top and then I'll work my way to the side. once that gets kind of clear, I'm going to make sure that your frontal is centered. And when I put this on, I'm kind of going to stretch it a little bit. Gluing down your frontal is not bad. It can take out your edges if you don't know how to take it off. So I advise you to take it off properly. Maybe I should do a video on how to properly take off your lace frontal so that you can keep your edges. Because you can keep your edges with glue. You just have to take it off properly. So after you got the lace frontal down, just go around the hairline and clean up some of that glue that's on there. Make sure you be careful not to pick with it or go too far back because it'll lift up. I'm just going to section a little bit, just a little bit of hair, just to cover the track. Now I usually do this style with braiding hair, but I'm not going to put any braiding hair on this frontal. I'm just going to do it with the hair that's on here. But if I was doing this on natural hair, I would use a little braiding hair. I'm going to put the little braids in first and then do the bigger braids. When you're braiding this, you don't want to braid like extra tight because you don't want to, you know, pull the frontal off. So make sure it's tight, but don't pull it tight. So before I do her braids, I'm going to go ahead and do her edges. You can check out my video, how to lay edges on a lace frontal, to see how I lay edges on a frontal. And I had to use a comb for these wavy hairs because I'm doing them, trying to do them like the hairstyle in the picture. And just leave that out the way. So I'm going to just straighten the rest of her hair. This is like 26 inches, it's so long. I'm just going to straighten it instead of curling it. So after you flatten the hair, I had some extra hair left over from one of the bundles, so I'm just going to add this hair to the ponytail just to make it a little bit more thicker. So after you put the ponytail in, that's pretty much it. You're not going to spray no oil sheen or nothing like that. You can spray some more hairspray if you want, but don't put any oil products on it because you don't want the lace to lift up. Okay, so be sure to follow me on Instagram at Filthy Rich Tresses, like my Facebook page at Filthy Rich Tresses, and be sure to leave a question or comment if you have a question or comment, and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.